What's up everybody tonight? The goal is going to be to try to fill up as much golden elixir, pop a wall here, and see if we can farm back up and then get a cannon down. So let's go ahead, boost these barracks. We got troops making already, we're already made. Let's go ahead, jump in, see what we can go ahead and find here. Goal is going to be just to try to keep getting these back to back, see how many we can get in, go for a ton of loot in a short amount of time. Here we go, decent amount of gold on this one, but it's going to have a lot of that storages, so we'll go ahead and pass that up. We are looking for dead bases on this one, see what we can find. Hey, how's it going out there tonight? Looking for the right bases, trying to get some good loot tonight. Got the barracks boosted. Goal is going to be at least to try to get up to 900 or 9 million, so that way you can put down the last cannon that I have. Very rare that I've gone this long without finding anything. Hopefully something comes up here soon, since we know the barracks are boosted. Don't want to waste too much time looking on bases. Alright, here we go. Should be able to do something with this. Got a lot down here in this bottom corner, a lot on the top, and nothing around, so we just focus on those two areas and we should be able to just get a good amount of loot from this base and then move on to the next one. Top has been taken care of. We'll snag that dark elixir as well, even though we don't really need it, and just keep continuing to move on. We'll probably pop the Queen Grand Warden down here on the bottom side, throw in some additional troops to let them pick that off. With that Grand Warden ability though, we should be able to secure a good amount of this, keep the heroes up for the next attack, and then just move on without losing anything. Picked up a good amount on that one though. Jump right back in, see what else we can find. How's it going out there tonight? Hey, how's it going out there tonight, anybody? Looking for those dead bases. in Crystal League. Been finding a ton of loot recently here, so seeing if we can find some more. Trying to get up to, goal is going to be at least 6 million, if not more. Here we go. Here's another big one. Figure out where everything is at. We got a good amount right here on the top side. As far as elixir goes, all the gold is down at the bottom. Easy on the outside. We'll be able to pick all this off pretty easily and just move on really quick. Will be really easy to snag all this. Just make sure we get all this final loot. Probably have to get some heroes down on this top side. Splash damage is causing a little bit of trouble, but we want to make sure that we do get all of it. Before going ahead canceling out, looks like we got as much as we can. We want to keep the heroes up so that way they're ready to go for the next attack. Big loot on that one though, so able to just keep on moving. With those boosted barracks, it should not be long before we get another army up. We'll get another one trained right after that. Found that one relatively quick, so be just a couple minutes before that one is up again. Hop over, see what we have. Builder base. Go ahead, boost that up. Get that tower going. Looks like everything's going good there. Continue with this, see where we're at. Make sure all the barracks are boosted up. Super cheap now. It used to be like 10 for each barrack. Now it looks like I was able to boost all these for only 30 for all 6 barracks, so that is pretty cheap given on what the price of this used to be. Not too bad for a quick boosting session for the barracks. Able to just get in there really quick, snag that loot. As you see, ton of stuff grabbed already. Don't really care as much about the trophies, just want the loot, but able to get a ton of gold, elixir. Essentially what we are looking for to get. Basically at the point I'm at now for Town Hall 11, have the heroes maxed. Just need 1 cannon, a couple levels on the mortars, and then the walls, so those are the objectives. Yeah, man, it's been taking off pretty good recently. It's been jumping a lot. I don't know about 10 to 15 per day, but I'm getting a few there. Probably somewhere between 3 to 8, I think, is what I've been seeing. So it's been nice growth recently. Those first few hundred, I got stuck probably around 250 for a little bit. Then once I got past that kind of hurdle, there has been, I've seen a good amount jumping in recently. Kind of comes down to content as well. A couple videos I've had taken off, and I have seen some good reviews, subscriptions off of those videos. So it's always nice when you can get a variety of content out there that people are starting to enjoy and notice. So yeah, how's your channel been going, man? Last time I looked, I think you were sitting at around 100 subscribers, so getting up there as well, at least for a decent start, so not too bad. Go ahead, start searching, see if we can find something really easy. Snag that. If not, we'll back out, pick up the additional troops as they are making. So yeah, just seeing what we can find. Barracks are boosted. Here's another good dead base. Don't have a full army, but we don't necessarily need a full army to take out this base. Probably just need to be a little bit more conservative with the troops on where I place them, get them in the right spots. Had to use the heroes probably on this one as well. Queen is the main one that we want to keep up. She can really rank in the loot for you if you keep her up. Just keep her going. Always got to watch out for those mortars too. Those mortars can drop your troops relatively quick, so make sure we know where they are and relative to the storages that we are going for, the collectors. Yeah, I use OBS. I have an Elgato that I used to stream to, and then I use OBS just to get it on my PC. Have that nice setup for the overlay. Able to just control all the functionality through that pretty easily, so it is nice, and the fact that it's free, can't complain about free software that allows you to do what you want. So that is my setup in Elgato to capture everything, and then OBS once I have everything set up and going. PC is not the greatest. I mean, it is a newer one, but computing power, sometimes I have some encoding issues, but not too often, here and there. And then some of it comes down to just the quality, how my internet is working on a given night. Sure, my provider doesn't always like me streaming and uploading all the time, so I'm sure they probably throttle me back when I'm not paying attention. Let's see. Got a couple old armies from when I was farming before in here. I think I'm gonna switch over to just a full-fledged barge though. See what we can pull off with that. Just decrease the time so that way we can move faster. Like I said, I got a goal that I'm trying to accomplish tonight, so if we can have the faster army training, that may help us out to accomplish that goal better. Hey BJ, how you doing tonight, man? Yeah, 115 subscribers, man. That's pretty good. I know it's always hard to get those first few ones, get it going. But once you start to build that base, you know, getting it out there and figuring out just kind of the mechanics of YouTube, it took me a little bit, probably a couple months at least, just to figure out how to get all of that going. Nothing much, just farming tonight, got the barracks boosted. My goal is going to be to try to get up at least to 9 million for the gold, and keep throwing down the elixir that I get into these walls. Have no use for really dark elixir, so just trying to snag as much gold and elixir since I just have the mortars and I have this one cannon left to go for the gold. And then I have, let's see, we have 51 more walls to go. Goal is not going to be to get all that tonight, but at least start working towards it. You know, I really only need elixir for a few of these upgrades. I have the wall breakers, wizards, and P.E.K.K.A left. Everything else is pretty much done, so trying to just get this Town Hall 11 max. I don't actually have a spare Town Hall 9 account, man. Sorry, man. So let's see, we are sitting at, I think if I get up to about 220, 200 area, we can start looking for another base again. With that and the heroes, easily should be able to take out, get that loot that I am looking for. Throw this over. Get rid of these minions just because they are taking longer to cook. Max out this. I think with that we should be pretty good to go. So yeah, it's moving pretty good. We'll go ahead, start looking. So yeah, it's a little difficult. I actually have a leadership team of probably about 6 to 7 guys that help me out. Each one we kind of have into specific areas. So we have 2 guys that basically will run CWL, getting the rosters, everything straight. And I used to do that, but then backed off to get other people more involved. You know, get more people helping out, and then just relieving me since I was kind of doing the YouTube thing. Backed off of the YouTube thing for a little bit while I was trying to help get the clan in the right spot. But now that we are in a good position, I've been getting the leadership team that I have in place to help me out more. So like I said, we have 2 guys that basically run CWL. We have 1 guy that is basically in charge for our server maintenance, for Discord, getting people added onto that, getting them set up, roles, anything, any bots or anything we're going to have on that. Then we have basically a team of about 2 to 3 people that will run wars, our war generals, required for getting out a game plan, making sure that people are planning their attacks and everything so that we have them going. Getting scouts. Hey, Cool God Gaming, man, how you doing tonight? But yeah, make sure that we get people in for the scouts, planning on all that. Trying to think what other roles. Maybe we have a few people that work on recruiting, so that way I can kind of focus more of my job right now. Besides kind of overlooking everything, make sure people are doing everything properly, is just the media, social medias, YouTube, Twitter, you know, getting stuff out there just to get the clan name out there and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of how we roll. Hey, Nutu, how you doing tonight, man? So this one, he's got a couple of things buried, but we can snag actually some easy free loot on the outside. So we will take this, knowing that I could probably get about 300 K of each resource. Those gold ones that are buried in the base, won't be able to snag those, but we'll try pretty hard to see what we can get out of this. So yeah, there we go. Nice little 300. I do actually participate in war. I have 2 accounts, so I kind of rotate which ones that I'm going to have in war. You know, I mean, that's kind of the whole aspect of the game. You know, just war is kind of the big thing for our clan, and we are a war clan. So just not being in wars just doesn't feel right. So I always keep at least one account in. You know, if the clan needs additional accounts in, then I do put them in for whatever the breakdown's going to be. But yeah, always try to kind of stay in there. Farming, you know, is a big aspect of the game as well, but the wars are the fun things that everybody likes to do, so don't want to miss out on those. So yeah, using the Barch right now is just moving a whole lot quicker with the boost, so we're going to stick with that so that way we can just kind of keep the attacks rolling and hopefully be able to hit the goal that we're looking for. Hey Kamari, how you doing tonight? So yeah, we've had some pretty good finds here back to back, getting them not too far apart, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, a couple minutes, you know. Depends on just how long it takes to find these bases to how quick we can get them in. Thanks, man. It's taken me a while to work on this. I've pretty much been playing since the game came out, so this is when you waste away your a couple years of your life just farming and playing the game. This is where you get to. No, I'm joking. Didn't waste away. It's been a good journey. Been a lot of fun. So yeah, but trying to at least max this out, finish it off till Supercell decides to come out with something else. Hey man, good morning, night for me, but yeah, I know everybody's in different time zones, so good morning to you, Sangita. So yeah, we are at a spot where we could probably start looking, see what we can find. Hey Rahman, how are you tonight? I'm doing pretty well. Just farming away, seeing what we can find tonight. Oh, here we go. This looks like a pretty good one. Eagle is down, so we don't have to worry about that. Everything close to the sides. Shouldn't have to invest a ton in getting this down. Just basically got to keep those mortars distracted, and this is pretty much mine to grab. Yeah, I do have a few walls left. I kind of slacked off on the wall game, so I do have to just get a few of those still. Couple cannons, or I have one cannon, couple mortars, and then a bunch of walls left. So goal is going to be to at least try to get the last cannon that I need down tonight, and then just continue working on getting the walls with the elixir that I have. While I'm finishing off the research, I have a few things on the research to get, but nothing too important that's make or break. As I've shown them before, research, I got wall breakers, wizard, P.E.K.K.A left, clone spell is going now, everything else is pretty much done. The walls, get one of those clicked, have 51 walls left, so not too much as far as that goes for farming. Should be able to get that within couple weeks maybe, just because I will be putting resources, like I said, finishing up mortars. Have one more level to go after the ones that are upgrading now, but I have them basically, had left them at Town Hall 10 levels, and then I have this single cannon over here. If I can click on it, that cannon, yeah, give me a second and I will check out your base and while some troops are making, after I get this next raid in Sangita, and we can see what you're working with. So I have made it up to 4,739 trophies. I don't really push too often. I'm not a big pusher, but when I was going, I was using a Lavalunion. Basically, I would build one of my own hounds, 30 balloons, 30 minions, and then I would request a hound. And then it was pretty easy to just basically pop down 2 hounds, three rage spells, throw some balloons in behind those hounds, then drop 2 rage spells just as they are encountering into the base. Grand Warden ability, obviously. Then come in with minions behind, easily pick up 70-90% of the base without really trying too hard. Sometimes 3-star, but that was basically how I got up that high. And I was doing that just farming up in Titans for a while before I decided to drop down to try to push gold and elixir off dead bases faster. So if you're Town Hall 11, Lavalunion's a good pushing strategy. I think it's pretty reliable. Doesn't really use too much. It's kind of the cheapest army of all the resources too, because it only requires about 250k elixir and maybe 1,000 dark elixir, and then you figure when you're up there in Titans, the loot bonus is 320k or 300 to 320k for golden elixir, and about 1,000 to like 1,500 like dark elixir. So your army's pretty much paid for by your loot bonus, and then anything else you get from the base besides trophies. As far as loot goes, anything you get is free resources that you can put towards other stuff. So but when you look at kind of like the other farming strategies, if you use like the mass baby dragon and balloons, that strategy, once you add in spells, Hey Mind Game, how you doing tonight, man? But once you add in spells on that, you're pushing like 450k elixir. Same thing with like miners. If you do like an all miner, you know, kind of pushing strategy of mass miner, you're gonna be up in the ballpark of like 350 to like 400 and some k like elixir. Once you add in spells, you know, I mean, if you don't really care about elixir, they're pushing strategies, but I still have some farming to do. So when I was pushing up there, I was using Lava Lunia just because of how cheap it is relative to the other armies. But yeah, we're doing pretty good so far. See if we can find some more of those big bases. Passed up a few of these dead bases just because they're only at like 250k. I think we could do better. Find something higher up, you know, just given the time that we are pushing. We want to maximize, get as much loot as possible, and get the best base as possible, not just throw down any attack on some base. So yeah, not too long on these searches. Found a bunch of them back to back. This one looks like it is taking a little bit longer, but we'll find the right base. Just keep searching. The wait will pay off big time, so there's no need to just jump in and take any base. So here we go. Here's a decent looking dead base. A lot of stuff down in the core of this area. Looks like we can probably use the Barb King on the top side, use the Queen and the Grand Warden on the bottom, and just be able to kind of push lanes on this and take out this base to get the loot that we want. Clear out some of this trash on the outside though, get some of this stuff up on the top side. Hopefully get some troops to push down in here to where we want them to go. I accidentally popped that Grand War or Barb King ability, so that was not cool. Probably needed that, especially with the Queen beating on the wall at the top side. Get the elixir and stuff down here. Hopefully that Queen gets in there. Yeah. Try to get some additional stars as well to make sure that we do keep up. Don't want to drop too low in the leagues. I'm coming, man. One thing we will do is boost the Queen because she is huge for farming, so we want to keep her up. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna get Sangita first, since he's been waiting. 9VQQ LP. So just make sure I got the right base here. We will visit it. See what we got going on. It looks like you're upgrading to Town Hall 6 on this base. Have a decent start. See the strategy I'm using. Barbarians and Archers, it's all you need to farm, man. As a Town Hall 5, Town Hall 6 area, pretty much. I mean, you see I'm in Town Hall 11 using it, getting mass amounts of loot. So use those strategies. Hey Kumari, how you doing tonight, man? Use those strategies, man. Get those walls up and load up everything. Town Hall 6 is where the game starts picking up. You get a few aspects of war, but not looking too bad. On the builder base side, looks like you're going up to builder base 5. So stepping up in that. For the builder base, I always recommend maxing out baby dragons first now that you have them. They're extremely powerful. A lot of, if you're going to push like super high up over like 3,000, and you get into pushing, then baby dragons, you know, start to fade away as people are building anti-air bases on the top side. But they're extremely powerful, especially once you get them up, easily able to get you to 3K, where you can get the max loot per day. So if you're not into like pushing, you just want to get your base up, that is a good strategy. Couple things: protect your archer towers and your firecrackers, as a lot of attacks will be air baby dragons. Mass minions, things like that on the lower level. Once you get higher, you'll see kind of archers, kind of the bombarian strategy bombers, and barbarians coming around now on the top side for like kind of farming. But on the bottom side, man, get those baby dragons up. Keep working on it. Like I said, you're going up to Town Hall 6. Get those dragons up. Town Hall 6, they're vital for the 3 stars. Probably the strongest attack you can have at Town Hall 6 to secure that 3-star. So yeah, that would be my advice for your bases. Work on getting your air targeting troops up, and just keep working at it, man. And as far as farming goes, like I said, a Town Hall 11 over here using just barbarians and archers and snagging huge amounts of loot. So I would work just using farming on that. You don't need to get a huge army that's expensive to farm a lot. So, you know, use cheap armies to farm. So now we have Veer over here. Take a look at his base real quick. He looks like he's got a solid Town Hall 8 here. Look at the troops. Got the Barb King up to level 7. You have the level 3 dragons. You have the Earthquake already unlocked. So I'm assuming that your main war attack is going to be dragons and balloons. Hey Horror Man, how you doing tonight? Dragons and balloons for your main attack, zap quaking, probably 1 air defense, and raging into the other one. That's a very strong Town Hall 8 3-star strategy as far as war goes. If that's what you're doing, stick with it. Keep working on getting that Barb King to level 10. Get your hogs up to at least level 4, so that way you are ready for Town Hall 9 whenever you decide to make the jump. Actually, Barb King's going up to level 8, so that's really good. If you want to finish off these walls really quick, like I said, use barbarians, and I do have the HD60S. That is correct. Yeah, I got the most recent one that was out, just so that way I would have better streaming, better quality, and I believe it has like an instant replay type thing, or instant streaming. So it helps out with that aspect. No delay. Very quick, very fast, very nice. But yeah, Veer, so yeah, keep working on it. Finish off those walls. You got the archer towers going. So good aspect on that. It looks like you're off to a good start, man. Getting yourself prepared for that Town Hall 9 grind, because once you get there, those heroes are difficult, or I shouldn't say difficult to get up, but they are they just take some time to grind out. So, you know, work on getting prepared for Town Hall 9 before you go up there. Builder base, we're sitting at Builder Hall 5. So it looks like you are starting off on a pretty good start here, man. You got the walls upgraded pretty well. You have the archer towers, looks like at level 5, so they're maxed. Firecracker maxed already. Level 4 air bombs, so you basically have a very solid diamond shaped style base that is typical to prevent those air attacks. Pretty much every option that you want for attacking there. Looks like you are actually working to like max out each builder hall. If you want to get up to that 3000k range pretty easily without having to try much, maybe think about going to Town Hall 6, or not Town Hall 6, Builder Hall 6, rushing up there real quick. You have the defenses kind of already set and good to go. I mean, on my base, I'm in the process of working. I'll go ahead, hop over and show you my base. I have a diamond style base as well, and I'm sitting at about 3700 with my walls. Wasn't really too worried about that. So yeah, you don't really have to necessarily worry about the walls or kind of getting the max defenses. If you have anti-air and kind of diamond style base, you can easily push up to 3k as a builder hall 6. So you know, if you're thinking about jumping up, you know, that may be an option for you. And you'll easily be able to get that max loot each day. Tina, I'll hop to you in a second. I'm going to go ahead and try to get another raid in just so that way I can keep the troops cooking. Let's see, have you seen some other YouTubers suggesting Town Hall 10 is starting to get balanced? What's your opinion on that? So Town Hall 10, is it balanced? I would say no, as far as relative to the other Town Halls and where their attacking power is relative to the defensive power. Town Hall 10, when we look at it, the lower tier kind of Town Hall 10s, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, as far as CWO rankings go, or if you're looking at just basic rankings as far as weight goes, anything below like an 86k weight is fair game that we expect our 10s kind of to take out. But compared to where it used to be, where the days when I decided I was going to leave Town Hall 10 because your job was just to get a 2-star on Town Hall 10, and if you got that, then you were satisfied and happy. And if you got, you know, like a 50% 2-star, you were happy. So that used to be the game meta way back, probably about a year before even Town Hall 11 came out. The meta was just securing a 2-star on Town Hall 10s was classified as being good, and if you were super lucky to actually get a 3-star, which I think I only saw like a few people ever be able to secure 3 stars, legit, fair play, you know, not modding or anything. So being able to see that, where the game has evolved to now, yeah, most people would probably say, yeah, it is balanced just because of how bad it used to be, but I don't think it's quite there yet. It's moving in a positive direction and getting better, but it hasn't got fully balanced relative, like I said, to kind of other Town Halls. And I don't think they need to make it so easy that, you know, Town Hall 10s are 3-starring left and right, but giving them a kind of a fighting chance at least to do something. You know, we kind of have a couple Town Hall 10s that have left us, our clan, because they want to attack Town Hall 10s, but kind of the meta of the game right now is Town Hall 10s are either on dip duty if your 9s don't perform well, or going for 2-stars on the Town Hall 11s because the Town Hall 11s have a better shot just to dip down and 3-star Town Hall 10s. So, you know, it would be nice if, you know, the game gave Town Hall 10s just a little bit more power, fighting power as far as offense goes, so that way, you know, you're not going to sit there and say, hey, Town Hall 11s dip every single war. And some of the leagues you're seeing coming out, they have like the no dip league now, where they're kind of pushing more kind of for this aspect of getting people to hit the same Town Hall level to try to make it kind of more fun, and not just see the Town Hall 11s dipping down on 10s all the time. And you're seeing some of the kind of the 10s get creative, you know, trying to come up with new strategies to get 3-stars. I mean, we're getting some, but I mean, when you see like a max Town Hall 10, it's pretty rare that you're going to see another Town Hall 10 3-star. Most of the time, it's going to be the job of a Town Hall 11 to come down and get the max Town Hall 10s and take care of them. So, you know, like I said, Town Hall 10 is a whole lot better than what it used to be, but it's not quite there yet. I don't know if that kind of answers it for you, or if that's how you feel about it as well. That's kind of my personal opinion, though, is it is, like I said, it is better. It used to be kind of horrible. I mean, you would drop whatever army you wanted. I mean, you saw the 4 golems, 3 jumps used to be a very popular strategy just to 2-star Town Hall 10s as a Town Hall 10. So the game's come a long way since those days. This was a horrible base to pick. I'm just going to get nuked by these wizard towers on the side. Not even going to attempt to keep throwing down troops on it. I think I can at least get this elixir, though, without having to spend too much, get a positive trade on that. But yeah, don't know what I was thinking picking this base. So we do have the queen back now. That's going to be huge for us. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, that's the thing. I mean, because and you know, as far as like I said, Town Hall 10s, we've had a few leave because they just said that they did not want to have their jobs solely being hit in Town Hall 11s. So it is, you know, it's good to try to help get them balanced a little bit more, so that way they can feel like they're contributing more towards war. You know, nobody ever wants to have just their job to be going for 2 stars. I mean, you know, that's kind of the reason I actually went to Town Hall 11 is I got tired of having my job be to attempt to 2-star Town Hall 11s. I wanted to be the guy that was smashing the bases and getting the glory, not just necessarily sitting back and going for a 2-star every time. So that's more of what we are looking for right there. That was a good pull. Alright, let's get some base reviews on here while we get some troops making. Sorry guys, had to get those just moving so that way could have the troops continuing to make. Not forgetting about y'all though. We'll come back around and get y'all. So let's see what we can find. Coming to you, Tina Man. If you're still here, hopefully you are. If not, we'll give a base review and you can hop on, see it later. So here we go, another Town Hall 8. Let's see, yep. You are looking pretty good, man, as far as the walls go. I want to say there's one more set of wall levels at Town Hall 8. You get the black walls with the skulls on them. So, yeah, getting those walls finished helps out a ton. You got a pretty good farming base, keeping that dark elixir in the middle, forcing people to go hard for it to get to it. Barb King at level 6, so easily should be able to get him down. If not, get those hogs up with that dark elixir. One thing I would advise as far as war attacks go is getting your dragons and balloons up first. It's the easiest 3-star strategy you can max out at Town Hall 10 right off the start, and then work on getting those hogs, golems, those types of troops up. But get that earthquake spell unlocked. You got the rage spell, you got the lightning, but yeah, get those dragons up, get those balloons up, because if the dragon balloon strategy is huge at Town Hall 8. Basically what you can do is you can zap quake 1 air defense and then come in with your dragons kind of behind the sweeper, and hit, you know, your dragon spread out. I request the highest ranking balloons I can get in my clan castle, and typically either a poison or a haste spell, and then just send in your dragons to kind of tank with 4 balloons of your own, and then your CC balloons, one group to each air defense, to try to take those out. And a lot of times it will be a pretty easy 3-star for you to secure. So alright, thanks Clash of Clans. Sorry about that, game closed out. We'll hop back, get you straight there. Not sure what kind of happened there, game crash, but we'll go back, check it out, see what you got for the builder base and stuff. So Builder Hall 6, like I said, you don't necessarily need to worry about the walls. I'm not sure if you get hit with air a lot. Maybe try to use your storages to protect some of your air targeting building, or defensive buildings, so that way they don't get taken out as easily. Having the air bombs, I always feel kind of close to the town hall, is nice because it prevents people from coming in with mass minions or those baby dragons, forcing them to actually use other strategies that they're probably not as secure to use, or may not have the troops. I know, like myself, I focused on getting my battle machine, my baby dragons, and my minions up first, just because they're kind of easier strategies to use. So force people to use other strategies, or attack your base with strategies that you're purposely protecting against. So maybe find something that is like an anti-air base if you're getting hit with it a lot, but you're over at 3,000k mark, so you've been doing well. You kind of got the idea. Getting that max loot every day, I mean, that's kind of what it comes down to, is you can't get a ton of loot at the builder base. So unless you got two options, you either do what you need to do to be above 3,000k, or you spend money. So you're on the right path, man. You got the builder hall, or the battle machine, up to level 6, so he's good for you. The max baby dragons, and you got a bunch of other troops at level 10, so you do have options as far as attacks go. I mean, it looks pretty good as far as that goes. Like I said, other than maybe trying to protect against a specific attack, like air or something like that if you want. But you seem to know what you're doing as far as that goes. And on the Town Hall 8 side, like I said, maybe use a cheaper farming army than what you have built to like barbarians or archers like I'm doing. You'll be able to snag a ton of gold elixir really quick and keep moving. But it also looks like you kind of push in the Town Hall 8 level up in Masters. So not sure if you're a pusher or what your overall goal in the game is. But looks like you kind of have an idea of what you're doing, what you need to farm and get. But yeah, keep pushing, keep doing it right, man. Hey guys, I'll get those other base reviews in just a second. Just pushing, got the barracks boosted, so trying to get as much loot in as possible tonight, so that way I can work to get down some of these last buildings that I have. Just looking for the right bases though. Yeah, man, no problem on that. How's everybody else doing out there tonight? You guys having a good night farming, good morning, whatever it is for your time zone? See if we can find something good. Alright. Come on. Give me something good. Alright, nothing good is coming up, man. Need something good here. Where are the dead bases? Got a bunch back to back, and now it seems can't find anything. Find a dead base and there's no loot on it. That's always good. Hey, Medi. Yeah, I debated on going down to gold. I've been bouncing around. I'm at Town Hall 11, so I don't know how low. I haven't tested how low I can actually go and still find decent dead bases. I've been finding a lot for 350 to like 500k and crystals, so that's kind of where I've been staying. But not sure if another Town Hall 11 has tried out gold, just to see how it is. I don't know, maybe that's somewhere I need to try out and go see what's better, crystal or gold. That could be kind of the question. Alright, just need the game to actually work tonight. Sorry about that, not sure quite what happened there. Alright. It's always nice when the game continues to keep messing up while you are boosting. Might just have to take this. Nice little 250. Should be able to easily take it without too much effort. Just snag this, move on. I'm using Android, typically don't have too many issues, but I don't know. The game just seemed to kind of want to mess up a few times there. So that is a nice base, but he's got it all in his storages. Not going to be able to snag that with a Barch army. Another nice base for as far as resources go. A game play recorder for iOS. I use AZ screen recorder, but I believe that that's Android only. Some of the, I don't know if you have access to like a MacBook. I know some people will mirror their screen to their MacBook and then use, I believe it's called like QuickTime, to record their game footage. And I'm trying to think kind of some of the other apps that I've heard of for screen recording on Apple, but I don't have an Apple, so I'm not 100% familiar with it. But I know the like the mirror your screen in QuickTime or whatever that program is called that Apple provides for free. I know a lot of people have used that in the past to get footage on from an iPhone. The other option is if you want to buy kind of more software, if you have a laptop, and Elgato HD capture card. That is currently what I use to mirror my screen to my computer. That's one way you can do it. Not sure if you want to spend the funds on it. Or there's a program called like AirPlay, I believe is what it's called. That is like $15, and that's good for being able to mirror your iPhone to a computer as well. Yeah, I've messed around with the live chat or the subscriber thing. I used to be set up for Twitch, and I just haven't put as much time when I switched back over to doing the YouTube gaming, because I wanted to just consolidate everything, get it all onto one server instead of being all over the place. So some of the stuff that I have is still set up for Twitch, just haven't put the time into getting it set up for YouTube gaming, and some of the mechanics for the YouTube gaming are a little bit different than Twitch. So since YouTube gaming is newer, I don't know if the setup is fully there yet for it. See, he's got some of this up in these storages here. Should be able to easily come in with the heroes on this one though. Snag some additional stuff. Get out of that with the queen still. Able to salvage 250k off of that, not too bad. Try to get the most out of the last little bit of this boost that I have going. Last time I looked, there wasn't much time left on it. Yeah, I'll have to check out that that YouTube channel though. Maybe they have some tutorials as far as getting with the YouTube gaming. Like I said, they kind of have a little bit different setup than Twitch. So a lot of stuff out there has been built for Twitch streaming and not necessarily YouTube gaming. So you kind of have to do a little bit different setup. See if I can get that to work though. I've kind of looked for some different things to try to get the notifications pop up. Have it kind of built out, but just seems that YouTube gaming is a little finicky as far as getting it to actually work properly. Yeah, Maddie, no problem on that. You know, hopefully some of those methods will work out for you. If you're looking to get into any type of recording or streaming, you know, just a couple of those methods could probably help you out, just get you started. You know, don't start out big. You know, you don't have to go all out getting like equipment and stuff right off the start. I know when some of my first videos are actually just god awful quality, but I was just recording them on my phone and using the microphone on my phone as far as sound goes, not doing too much editing. Then kind of as my channel started to grow, I've kind of expanded out, gotten some additional equipment, and just try to make the quality of the content that I'm putting out better. The overlays isn't different because it's all through OBS, but the kind of the setup of the on-screen kind of notifications between the text, you know, the chat or subscribers, donations, stuff like that. It uses the same program, but the I don't know, for some reason it just seems to work a little bit different. And that's just solely, I use Streamlabs, and they just offered kind of their services for YouTube gaming. Kind of here in the past like few months, they did not have services for it. I think probably like maybe like 8 months ago, so it's still kind of new for Streamlabs, the kind of the other on-screen like notifications that they provide. But yeah, as far as the overlays go, it's kind of, you know, since I use OBS, it's all built in to that, or at least how you set it up. And then the overlay myself I made. I need to go back and probably make a new one. Get it a little updated. I made this one a couple months ago. My art skills are a little bit better now. I'm not a graphic designer by any nature or anything. I do kind of everything on my own and just learn as I go. But I've gotten a little bit better understanding than when I first started out, so hopefully should be able to make something look a little bit nicer, a little bit better, and not necessarily have to invest a ton into getting somebody else to make one for me. It's always nice though when you can save a little bit if you can make it look professional, if you're good enough, and not have to just spend a ton of money getting somebody else to do it for you. Oh, missed a gold storage. Gold collector down on the bottom. We'll snag a couple trophies, that way we can stay up. So let's see. Boost is officially done. Go ahead, throw in some more troops in there. Let them cook. See, a couple of these guys are still here. They left their bases up there. We'll go check them out, see what they got going on. Come back, see where the troops are at. Hey Pierre Gamer, how you doing tonight, man? Alright, let's see. Check out Iran. Not sure if he's still here or not. We'll get him first. So PQ. CQOQ GUR. So we got a Town Hall 6 here. Good start early to the game, man. Good way to keep your storages kind of spread out. That way nobody can kind of get them all. One thing you want to do is kind of keep them separated. You don't want them all clumped up. You'll see some bases where people put all of their storages right in the center of their base. Really bad idea, because you can attack the base from any side and take it out. So good way to keep those storages kind of separated out. May want to look at possibly putting your splash towers in some different spots, not just having them all clumped up in one area. As far as farming goes, also may want to look at using a cheaper army. Will allow you to move up faster. You're sitting at about 1,000 cups, so easily able to find probably a ton of dead bases if you get your barbarians and archers up to a decent level. So may want to look into that. As far as war goes, giants and balloons kind of reign king at Town Hall 6. So if you're able to lure out a clan castle, take that out with a few wizards or something. Or even a few archers and barbarians if you can distract it. That's one way to go. But giants is kind of one of the key troops at Town Hall 6. On the builder base, you got a Builder Hall 5. You have your air bombs kind of overlapping your town or your Builder Hall, so that's good. You have the air defense, have the archer towers on ground. I've kind of played with the idea of ground archer towers or the ones that are up. The ground ones are extremely good for taking out baby dragons and giants if there's nothing else kind of behind them. So that's kind of, I guess, the strategy you're going to defend against or looking for. If not, since you are Builder Hall 5, maybe look into getting just one of the diamond bases. People are extremely bad at attacking the diamond bases, even though there's YouTube videos out there how to 3-star it. I have a diamond style base on all 3 of my accounts, and I'm sitting 2 of them at over 3,000 cups, and 1 account I just basically don't put as much effort into it, and it's sitting, I believe, around like 2,000, 2,400 cups. But all diamond bases, all able to easily push up pretty high just by having that. Looks like you got barbarians. I don't know if you use mass barbarians or if you're using mass archers or what style attack you're using, but those look to be what you're focusing on. Maybe get your bombers up to level 4 so that way they can one-shot a lot of the walls, and you get that additional bomber. If you're going to use just barbarians, the bombarian strategy is extremely effective and strong. A lot of top-ranking players are using that strategy, so if you're focusing on the builder base, that is a solid strategy. Or just getting your archers up and doing mass archers, so that way they have that longer ability, picking off the buildings and then sending in your battle machine to try to secure that builder hall in the end to get that 2-star. Very strong strategy as well. See if Pankaja is still here. Try to check out, give him a nice review, see where he is sitting at. So hopefully I got the right base for you, man. See what we have going on here for you. Town Hall 8 looks like you got a lot of the pink walls, which I believe are the Town Hall 7 ones. Possibly using a mass archer strategy. So yeah, you just need to avoid those mortars since they can take out those archers and focus on getting those dead bases. Anywhere as a Town Hall 8 between 1,200 to about 1,600, 1,700 cups, I always find is ideal for getting maximum amount of loot. So you seem to be knowing how to keep the farming strategy low on cost while raking in the good loot. So don't keep going as far as that farming goes. Maybe possibly work on getting some of those walls up. Try to look through some of this where you got some stuff. Gold storage, wizard tower. Keeping the storage just spread out. Don't keep them all in one area so that way anybody can get them. As far as troops goes, like I was telling people before, for Town Hall 8, get the dragons up and your balloons up. Unlock that earthquake spell and get that Barb King to level 5 so you have that ability. Those are basically the first things you should do at Town Hall 8. The dragons is a huge 3-star strategy to have right off the start. Makes it very easy for getting that 3 stars. So possibly work on getting those up. Maybe barbarians and archers as well, just so that way you can use them for farming. At that point you'll rake in a ton of golden elixir. I know when I was at Town Hall 8 I just had so much elixir that eventually I just started farming with dragons and balloons, so I could easily secure dark elixir because that was what I needed more in the end. But yeah, if you use barbarians and archers, you're going to fly through all the golden elixir needs that you have. As far as Builder Hall goes, you got a Builder Hall 6. All the air defenses and the air bombs around the Town Hall, which I think is always nice, prevents, like I said, people going for the air attacks. So that's a good idea. Roaster right there in that area as well, so getting some splash damage if somebody comes in with like a mass minion attack, easily be able to take those out. So that's pretty good. I would say, all right, you got the second crusher. Maybe get the crusher, swap it out with this Star Lab. Having the crusher near the Town Hall, if somebody's going to come in with barbarians or like an archer attack, is always good. And they have the crushers have a huge amount of hit points relative. I mean, this has 1,000 at level 1, and if you look at something like the archer tower, they only have 575. So use your crushers kind of as an advantage to protect some of your other buildings. Don't just leave them on the outside for people to take out for free. Use those crushers as a building that's going to take longer for a troop to get through, so that your archer towers, your roaster, you know, or your firecrackers have more time to work on those other troops while they're trying to take out your base. That's kind of a strategy that I've used and I've seen kind of used in a lot of base building at higher up, is people are using the storages and the crushers to help protect their kind of more vital buildings, like the roaster and the archer towers and the firecrackers. So that way people can't use those baby dragons that, you know, right now just kind of crush at the lower levels. So just shy of kind of where I want it to be. If I was able to get up, I think we have some loot in here. I was trying to get up to the 9,000 mark. Not probably going to be able to get it. But we will be able to have enough to probably put down like a mortar tonight if I wanted to. If not, could easily farm tomorrow, snag the additional loot that I need, keep moving on. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the stream tonight. Just wanted to do a boosting session. So if you guys have questions, comments, you know, feel free to leave them on my channel. I'll try to answer everything for you guys, provide any videos that you are looking for as soon as I get the content. As always, you know, like, subscribe if you guys are liking what you are seeing. I appreciate any of the subscriptions that you guys have already given, and thanks for coming out and hanging out with me tonight, guys.